Virgo Queen, here to awaken the divine consciousness. I do Mother Peace Tarot and astrological readings, and this weekly weather forecast is for the collective consciousness for January 16th to January 22nd. And so when I first look at a reading, I look at the heart of the matter. And the first card is the significator, which is 5 of discs. So, this past full moon weekend and last week was in Cancer. And we had this grand trine of Jupiter and Saturn, and we had the death card, and there was a lot of inner transformation and awakenings that happened. For some, it could be unconscious. For others, mind-blowing. So today, we begin the week with a bit of stress. 5 of discs is showing that all this change has now come into the physical world, into the physical matter in which our soul has been reawakened to the old senses of self, which when change occurs, stress happens on the physical. Because soul evolves and is part of a higher vibrational molecule. So we can understand something at a soul level, but it isn't till it reaches our conscious and physical awareness can we truly start walking the path. So all this change has caused us stress. So in the atmosphere, we have 9 of discs. And so this is showing that we've been working a lot on ourselves and working alone. And because we need to relieve this stress, we need to move into working with others. Perhaps you need someone else to give you self-care, getting a massage or going to the spa and finding some time to be at peace. But go with friends, go with loved ones, for it's time to start sharing your world, start expressing the things that you desire to create. Because discs is about the physical world and our physical body. And so it's not about working alone anymore, that we can call in help in order to relieve the stress and move forward to a more successful possibility. And in the cross current, we have 5 of wands. So 5 is conflict and wands is passion. And as you can see, there's so many different personalities going on in this card. And so it means that the struggle is full on. It means that we're trying to choose which personality we want to live in. We have so many choices, and we keep discussing this idea of walking the path with our higher self. Which one is going to come in and walk with you and right by you, and for you to truly embody in your own world? And this will be the biggest question, where we want to put our energy and who wants to come forth to live the life that it truly desires. Because in the root we have 4 of cups. And so we are going to this place of needing protection. So Cancer was very vulnerable, and it has left us feeling without our shells and calling up all those old wounds. Yet we have the support of this still Capricorn sun. And so we've had almost this fatherly figure supporting us during this transiting time. But we're moving into Aquarius. And so by the end of the week, on the 21st, we'll move into an air sign. We will be able to look at matters beyond the physical. And so this 4 of Cups is preparing us for that, because it's needing to find our emotional strength, our emotional wealth. And that is knowing what is right and what is wrong in our emotional body, and being able to protect ourselves from unsafe and unwanted energy. And that is fair, and that is us being wise old souls in knowing what truly nurtures us and what doesn't. Because in the sky we have reverse death. So this is our thoughts. This is our mental world. This is actually also how we link into the collective. So collectively, an old way of thinking is dying. An old perspective, an old paradigm, and even an old way of how we used to connect. That when we become clear vessels, that we can more easily tap into all the resources, not only our souls, but our ancestral magic. So a lot of these old conditionings and programming came from ancient times, and we all have a lineage to that time. Through our blood, through our genetic coding, and that is why, as souls living through this human experience with all this wisdom and knowledge, that we can choose to what we bring with us into the moment and what we choose to let go of. So when we truly let go of our old ancestral negative or heavy karmic patterns, that we can truly step into the present. And what that means is letting go of old belief systems, the exact programming that has made you believe that you are not connected. And so through this vulnerability that we experienced last week, we're able to truly understand what that means, because the more sensitive and the more awake we become, the more real we are. And in that reality, we start truly getting in alignment with all of life. And so our mind is truly changing, because even the placement of the mind needs to go and connect to the roots. That if we put the mind in the root chakra and we see and experience the world through the third eye, this is how the new vision of the world is coming into being. And so we have to let go. We have to die to the old, to surrender the old thoughts that keep us limited. So trust that what is being shed, even though it might be feeling like death, and in the unknown is where the human experience becomes its most vulnerable. And that is when we go to our knees and give our will to something bigger than us. Something such as our soul that is connected to the true source of love. So trust that and know that we all are changing. And so when we all can tap into this knowledge, that we won't be alone anymore. And in the recent past, we had 6 of Swords. So 6 is about active energy and Swords is mental. And so this was us having to go up into the mountaintop and to seek refuge and to seek a bigger perspective of what's really going on. And so within this new idea and new way of seeing things, we're able to bring in a new idea for this week. And in the self-concept, we have 7 of Swords. We have a lot of Swords energy. And this is showing that we're bringing in air energy, which is, again, at the end of the weekend on the 21st, we move into Aquarius. So this will actually give us this deeper insight, this rebellious new way of looking and changing the paradigm. They say that we are moving into the age of Aquarius, and that is why all this spiritual and new age paradigm is coming forth to really say to us, change our thoughts, because our thoughts truly become physical manifestations. But there's something beyond that, and it's our belief system. It's actually in the coding in our programming. Because genetic coding, its spirituality can be seen and actually experienced through science, and that is being proven more and more every day. And so now we have the 7 of Swords showing us that we can actually plan how we evolve, that we can find new strategies of new ways of thinking. So be allowed to be surprised by yourself on where your new mind and new thought will take you. And in our hopes and fears, we have 4 of discs. So we still need that inner time. We are in winter, and so this is a time to go within and to really get centered into who you are, because that is the key to knowing who you are, getting the ancestral lines healed and moved on, and opening a new doorway. And in the future, this is going to bring us a wheel of fortune, a twist of good fate. So this Aquarius energy by the end of the week is going to give us a new sense of believing. And what is that believing going to manifest as? Good fortune, things that you have been waiting for. So allow yourself again to be surprised, to be inventive, to be rebellious, and say, no, I will let go of those limiting beliefs that I am no longer relying on, that I can be me right now and forevermore. And in the house, we have reverse 3 of Cups. So all this work and this stress and this new beginning and striving for something, it can make us feel that we're not really wanting to go outside and play, that we feel a bit blocked in our emotion. So remember that the soul is playful. It's not so serious. The more serious we become, the more blocked we actually make everything else. So remember to play and go outside and enjoy life and express what needs to be expressed with the ones you love. And in the outcome, we have the sun. The dark night of the soul is over, that we have done this really hard work and we are looking forward to the new dawn of perspective. Yet it's slightly reversed, and so what this is showing, that this change really hasn't manifested on the conscious level. That it feels as almost that it's too good to be true, and that our unconscious mind is still blocking us from actually receiving it consciously. So just try and take notice of all the things that have actually changed in your life. The new ways you feel, the new conversations that you have, and the new life you're envisioning for yourself. And remember that the sun is the ruler of our solar plexus, the place where we understand who we are, our own creator. And so look towards the sun if you have any answers or questions for guidance, and just listen and see where it leads you. Hope this helps. Have an amazing week. And if you'd like a one-on-one or personal reading, contact me at www.innerdoorways.com. Have a beautiful day.